Hi, this is Marjory Wildcraft, and in this edition of Homesteading Basics, we're going to veer off topic from homesteading to go in and answer your questions that you sent in about silver. Okay, so what you may or may not know about me is in a previous part of my life, I used to be a professional money manager. I was a professional investor, and I used to be able to make money. And I stumbled across some information about the metal silver. Of course, precious metals are something you're going to want to know about. Gold and silver historically have always been precious metals and held their value. And if you're looking at different changes in the economy, it's definitely something you want to have in your portfolio. And I had mentioned on the previous edition of Homesteading Basics, when I'd gotten bitten by the snake, I started to wear a bracelet to help me to remember to breathe. And then I also just really enjoy wearing a little bit of jewelry, while I'm working on the homestead, just to remind me that I'm a woman and I like to, just dress up a little bit, even though there's nobody out here. It's just really because I like to. And I had mentioned that silver was an important thing for me. And silver, and I'll refer to Theodore Butler, who was the original researcher that turned me on to these ideas. Silver and gold, as I said, historically for 5,000 years or more have been precious metals. And all the way up until the 1950s, pretty much every bit of silver and gold that we've ever mined on the planet has still been around in the form of bullion or jewelry or, useful items, silverware. One thing that happened in the 1950s and 60s that made a big deviation between the two metals is that silver actually has an unbelievable amount of industrial uses. It's amazingly, you can stretch it and it's malleable, that's the technical word. It's very, very highly reflective. It's antibiotic, so it used to be used a ton in the photographic industry for developing pictures. It's used in the medical industry for the antibiotic properties. Mirrors, it's highly conductive, it's used in the electrical, so there's just tons and tons of uses. And what's happened is we've been using up bits and bits and bits and bits of that silver. There's small amounts of silver now all over landmines, landfills across the United States and the world. And actually the store of silver has been depleting over many, many decades. And I know people are going to scream conspiracy theory, but the truth is all of our markets are manipulated. If you really look into it and have an honest look at it, that's just the bottom line. And silver the price has been manipulated down. And the bottom line is silver is actually way more precious than gold. And the other bottom line is if it ever reached its true market value, the way the whole thing is structured with all these different short contracts, I mean really literally trillions of dollars of short contracts, it would destroy the largest banks and insurance companies on the planet. It would basically be the end, it would be financial collapse of the global economy. So it's probably never going to reach much value more than what it really should. But to me, it represents something magical and real, and really silver and gold. Gold is a more masculine metal, and silver is a more feminine one. So I like it. And I know this was a little bit of a long pitch, but as I said, it's an off-topic rant. Okay, I'll catch you on the next Homesteading Basics. This is Marjory Wildcraft, and we'll get back to practical skills.